Hello, IK here. Welcome to Chapter 3, your first AI-generated database table SQL plus prompting. In this chapter, we create our first real database table using AI assistance. Instead of writing SQL manually, we will design the table ourselves and then use AI to generate the SQL code. This teaches you how to think like a developer, how to describe a table clearly, how to write prompts, how to understand AI generated SQL, how to create the tables in PHP MyAdmin example. This is the new workflow of programming in the AI era. You define, AI generates, you review, you build. Step 1. Start small, one table. We begin with some simple and universal example. Table name products. Every application has items or products, so this table is familiar and easy to understand. Step 2. Define the fields. Before we ask AI to generate SQL, we must define the structure clearly. This is the human part, the thinking part. Here is our table design. Field name, ID, title, description, price, created at. 5 fields of table. And every fields, there is, we must declare type. And you see integer, auto increment, unique primary key, varchar 255, product name, description, product name, text type, text decimal 10, it is decimal with 2 decimal places, price, and created at time step. Okay, let's go down read. But for define it, you must know it. You must, before use AI, learn to define your table as here. The structure is simple, logical, and powerful enough for crude operations. You take a future video. Step 3, the AI prompt. Now we ask AI to generate the SQL based on our table design. Here is the exact prompt you should use. AI prompt. Write SQL for a MySQL table named products with these fields. And here it is, ID, title, description, price, created date, and we said type and all other needed for every field. This is clear, structured, and unambiguous. Good prompts lead to good results. Step 4, AI output SQL code. AI will generate something like this. Look at create table, products, capital letters is SQL language, and the small cases are for names of table, names of fields. And you see, every capital, it is a keyword of SQL. It is SQL language. And case capital is our what we invent for name of fields. Uh, this SQL creates the table exactly as we designed it. You will copy this code into example, PHP my admin, SQL tab, paste, execute. Of course, uh, before we must create a database, and after that we can create in example in PHP my admin. One table is now ready. Step 5. Why this step is important? By completing this chapter, you learn the core workflow of AI-assisted programming. You design the table, you write the AI prompt, AI generates the SQL, you evaluate the output, you create the table in MySQL. This is how modern developers work. AI helps, but the human leads. Step 6, preparing for CRUD. With the products table created, the next step is building dashboard, a product list page, form for adding products, edit and delete features, products, SQL query for each action. AI will generate all of this, but only after you understand the structure. Final thoughts. I prompted, uh, I prompted AI with a very simple instruction. Write SQL for a table with fields, ID, title, description, price, created at. AI produce this SQL. You see, create table products, ID, serial, primary key. There is a difference than output you see up. Serial is difference. And the code looks correct at first glance, but there is an important problem. AI choose the data types on its own. Some of those types may not match the database you are using. For example, serial is not valid in MySQL, only in PostgreSQL. AI choose it automatically because the prompt was too short. The key lesson. Uh, I can understand the output because I already know SQL. I know which parts are correct and which parts must be changed for my SQL. But a beginner cannot do this. Beginner does not know which data types are valid, which types belong to which database, what each type means, how to correct mistakes in AI-generated code. Conclusion, AI can generate SQL, but it cannot replace fundamental knowledge of relational databases. To use AI effectively, students must first understand data types, primary keys, auto-increment, text verse, number fields, timestamps, database rules. Without this foundation, beginners will accept incorrect SQL from AI and their project will not work. AI accelerates development, but only for people who understand what AI produces. if you know somebody, it is all for this video. If you know somebody that need video like this, that lesson chapters like this, tell them about this address. And if you like it, if you need, subscribe it. Thank you for watching this video.